aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. Basically, y'all know we finna come in here, run the tent. We in the tent. Congratulations. So yeah, man, y'all made it. You know what I'm saying? Whoever pop in, y'all tap in. Y'all let me know where y'all coming from. What city, what state, what country, what providence, wherever you coming from. I'm talking about if you come from a sovereign country, like you're a sovereign entity. If you looking at this and you inside the Vatican, let me know. But yeah, we got a couple little joints to do today. Um, I think I'm gonna do. We gotta do Pusha T destroys Drake for threatening Kendrick in new music video. So we're gonna see if we can get this one cracking. How's everybody doing today? No, most people they probably at work right now, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm working on my own thing, my own team, Bridget. Hold on, let me go to YouTube because it look like we having some technical difficulties here. So instead of doing that one, I'm gonna do we're gonna do most scandalous Los Angeles. Um, it's a Rod drops bombshell, loose cannon, not from Rolling 60s, and his dad is a legendary rat. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Before we even do that, let me see. I'm checking. Let me see something. See if there's anything on here new. So I ain't got nothing new on here. Man, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm still looking. Give me a second.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, greens, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something to click on. Let me see. I don't think we finished watching this one. Let me see. I don't think we finished watching it. It's a little slow, man.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken.
All right, y'all, hold on. I'm trying to get this shit cracking. Give me a second.
Yo, I know you've been seeing all
What's up with all these damn commercials, broski?
celebrities are doing at those parties with the baby oil. The news is
More like a calculated rat. Nikki was calling it for what it was, saying a billion.
So this Star Snitch, basically they're saying B is accused of targeting Nicki Minaj. Cat Williams dropped bombshells. So boom, we're gonna start it up, y'all.
Music, it doesn't mean that I rock with the person or whatever. Like, I really want y'all to know this. I hate to have to say this. What we doing? Like, are we rocking with, or we ain't rocking with? And that's why I love them. That's why I love y'all. But, so I just wanted to make that disclaimer. So everybody know from now till whenever, okay? Just because I play a song that I happen to be featured on, don't mean see my machine kicking right in my throat.
Nicki Minaj is walking a tightrope, and she knows it. She's calling out Beyonce and Jay-Z like no other artist has dared, and now folks are whispering that she might be the next Kathy White situation. But way worse, people close to the streets are saying Jay-Z might be the one behind those wild SWAT raids at Nicki's crib, her Amsterdam arrest over alleged substances, and even those scary poisoning rumors that had fans shook. The word is Roc Nation's playing dirty, trying to twist Nicki's image into that of a chaotic, out-of-control addict. So if something tragic goes down, they can just blame it all on that. Sound familiar? It's giving Whitney Houston industry setup vibes, straight up chilling. Nicki ain't just spitting bars, she's spitting truth, and apparently she's one of the only celebs bold enough to challenge Hub himself. But that's exactly why the pressure's piling up. Cat Williams even claims she's got more enemies in the game than just Jay and Bay, and they're powerful.
Because you are carrying us.
I'm not carrying.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think it's.
I'm not
smart
carrying
to go
drugs.
inside.
Number one, when I came here,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
back.
you can go inside.
I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
You will get a lawyer.
No, I need a lawyer present now.
Okay, please.
Where am I going? I have no idea
You
where
have
I'm
to
going.
go to the police station.
What address is that?
Shawty said, what address?
What's-
What address
what's the
is
address of
that?
the
What's the address of that shit?
When you will catch you on the next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help. But
Wait,
You're talking
what
about my show?
address?
yes,
What about it?
yeah, we talk that they will help.
It all kicked off recently when Nicki aired Jay out on X, dropping a flurry of tweets accusing him of stealing her money and ducking responsibility for his rumored secret son, Rymir Satterthwaite, who Jay allegedly had with a 16-year-old girl way back in the day. Nicki been throwing shots at Jay-Z since last year, so nobody was really shocked when she popped off again. But the real mystery is what exactly set her off that day. She kicked things off by reposting a viral Instagram post from 50 Cent, clowning Jay's rumored secret son. On top of that post, Nicki added her own spicy caption, Jay-Z is trending because the judge just gave the green light for the paternity case to move forward. And it wasn't just talk. The judge reportedly demanded that Jay respond to Rymir's paternity suit by July 18th. Nicki even tagged it number Jay-Z like she was lighting the match herself. Folks thought that post was wild, but that was just the beginning of the firestorm. Nicki went full throttle after that, accusing Jay-Z and Beyonce of pulling a $100 million scam on her through that Tidal streaming deal. She claimed they tricked her, snatched her cash, and been secretly moving behind her back to sabotage her tour. She even said, watching these men scramble in real time is so satisfying, like she was watching Karma live. She didn't stop there. Nicki clapped back hard. Y'all can talk about Tidal till you blue in the face. Your master got bigger problems than streaming. Stupid. Just imagine that being your defense. Like seriously, how dirty do you gotta be to let somebody do all the work, then pop up later like, oops, you never signed the paperwork. Come on now. That's straight snake behavior. And folks really out here calling him a king? More like a calculated rat. Nicki was calling it for what it was, saying a billionaire like Jay-Z used a shady legal loophole just to avoid paying her what she earned. She claimed they hit her with a fake 24-hour deadline, threatening that if she didn't sign some random last-minute document, she'd lose out on a measly $1 million check. That's what they were offering, $1 million after everything. She stood on her principles and said, nope, refusing to fold under fear tactics and manipulation. She said they tried to gaslight her into giving up what she earned, all while she was out here working full-time for the company with nothing official signed. Like, who does that to somebody grinding for your brand?
So what I was told was that allegedly Jay-Z and Roc Nation is behind this. Jay-Z and Roc Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song, Bigfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize. So from what I'm being told, was trying to get her arrested, but of course legally. That's why they waited till she was overseas to do this to her. Roc Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended for whatever, because in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges. All right, was not with her because her husband is her protection, which we know that, but we know
Nicki didn't hold back. How dumb y'all think I am? She even mocked their logic, saying, so now the contracts we signed in front of the whole world were fake? Nicki kept the pressure on and added even more heat, saying she's planning to use some of that Jay-Z owes me money to pay off her fans' college tuition. Yup, she said through her Student of the Game charity, she'll be clearing student loans and school fees for the Barbs. She even joked that they've done the math. Jay supposedly owes her between $100 to $200 million, and she wasn't begging, she was declaring, Jay-Z, go ahead and settle that karmic debt. It's racking up interest. Then she threw in one last punchline with a smirk. You still in my top 5 though, let's get it. That's wild shade with a twist of respect. Classic Nicki, but she didn't stop there. Nicki warned the Bayhive too, saying, anyone still calling him Hob will have to answer to God for the blasphemy. She was not holding back. Now, fans weren't too shocked by her snapping, especially since she did something similar when she clashed with Megan last year. But this time, she took it way further, dragging Beyonce into the drum. In the middle of her fiery rant, Nicki hopped on station head and started chatting with her fans live. She made it clear, just because she plays someone's song, even someone she once worked with, doesn't mean she still rocks with them. And guess what was playing in the background? Her track with Beyonce. People were seriously questioning if Nicki still had any kind of relationship with Beyonce, especially since she's been dragging Jay-Z nonstop. But after what she said on station head, it's clear now. She don't mess with either of them anymore. And then came the smoke from Mama Knowles herself. Beyonce's mom, Miss Tina, jumped on Instagram and threw some classy but cutting shade at Nicki. She posted, good morning. It feels good to wake up knowing my faves didn't lose their minds like some people. Y'all have a great day. Remember to ignore the ignorance. Phew, that part about losing their minds? Yeah, that had Nicki's name written all over it. But here's where things start to get real dark. Word on the street is that Nicki's rants might have crossed the line, a deadly one. Industry insiders are whispering that there are real moves being made to silence her for good, and not just with lawsuits or threats. We're talking about serious danger, even talk of her life being at risk. Nicki's been hinting for a minute now that somebody's trying to take her out, and it might have started with food. A while back, she posted a picture of she got from Outback Steakhouse. The bag had, "We love you, Barbs," written on it in big letters. But instead of feeling flattered, Nicki was creeped out. She said she had no clue how the restaurant even knew the order was for her, and started suspecting that someone from her own inner circle leaked that info on purpose. Her words, "Thank God I don't eat the food in this place." Then she asked the real question. Why would the person placing the order say who it's for? That's not just weird, that's suspicious. She followed up on X saying she didn't feel safe ordering food anymore and straight up vowed to never eat at Outback again. "I don't care how long it takes to get a good steak. I will never ever eat from Outback again." That's serious paranoia, and maybe for good reason. But it doesn't stop there. Last year during the Friday tour, things got even messier. As soon as she touched down in Amsterdam, Dutch police pulled up on her and arrested her at the airport. Why? They claimed they got an anonymous tip that she was carrying soft substances in her luggage. Allegedly, the whole setup in Amsterdam was supposed to be way worse than it turned out. The real plan? To get Nicki caught with hard substances so she'd be forced to do time behind bars. But they fumbled the bag. She was only caught with soft substances, paid a quick fine, and walked free. And once she got out, Nicki jumped on X and let everybody have it. She said loud and clear they've been doing everything in their power to shut down her Pink Friday 2 tour. "They took my luggage," she said. And when I asked where it was, they told me it was on the plane. How? I just landed. Something wasn't adding up, and she wasn't staying quiet. Nicki claimed big money was being thrown around to sabotage her tour because folks in the industry are mad they can't profit off her success. She even dropped a bomb about someone from her travel jet crew getting fired for stealing money, then turning around and trying to plant things in her bags out of revenge. That's wild. And it gets even deeper. Popular blogger Storm Monroe, who's known for getting the real Hollywood insider scoop, came forward and said his sources told him Jay-Z was allegedly behind the Amsterdam arrest. Word is, Roc Nation paid someone from Nicki's own team to feed them info, tracking her every move. That's how the Dutch police allegedly knew what was in Nicki's luggage before she even touched down, because someone on the inside had already tipped them off. And if you thought things couldn't get...
Sound like a whole bunch of telling going on. Sound like they're trying to trip Nicki up. Sound like they're trying to trip the girl up. How they know what you got in your bag if you ain't even land yet? Come on now.
Any messier when it does. Word is, Nicki's been in contact with Cat Williams behind the scenes for a while now. Not just as friends, but as allies in survival. Insiders say Cat has actually been helping Nicki dodge multiple attempts on her life since he's been through the same kind of darkness himself, especially with the mess he had to endure involving Diddy. Suddenly it makes a lot more sense why Nicki once said she wanted Cat to join her tour. Back then, people thought she was just trying to boost ticket sales. But now, it's looking like that invite was part of a deeper bond, a silent alliance built on trust, survival, and shared enemies. As always, folks had plenty to say about the chaos. One person commented, "I believe Nicki. Jay-Z definitely got some skeletons in that closet. Not gonna lie, I feel like they're hiding a lot of dirty secrets. Just wait, it's all gonna come out soon." And another person said it loud and clear, "I don't blame Nicki one bit. This is business. If she was a man standing up for what's owed or exposing shady deals, she'd be praised, not dragged. I respect her for not being a coward or a doormat. She's standing 10 toes down for herself." Now I gotta ask you, what's your take on all this? Do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce really finessed Nicki out of $200 million? Is this just...
That's a lot. That's damn near $250 million. Damn near. 200 million? Wow.
You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Upgrade your...
Alright, y'all, so...
Why Koya told him that though?
Because his statement in the motherfucking, his...
Okay, this one, Drip's line. I'm
Yeah, it is. Y'all
go check out Drip's line.
3 years. You ain't going to court because you going to court. Every time you go to court, they gonna let us know you going to court. So
I can't go to court for immigration if I got an open gun.
Drip's line.
I can't go to court for
So
immigration.
Drip is spelled...
Whack 100.
Drip is spelled D-R-I-P-Z. And then they got L-I-N-E on the back. So Drip's line, y'all check them out.
He's been yelling snitch at everybody for years, loud and non-stop. But now, a leaked wiretap link to 21 Savage just flipped the script. People are digging up Wack's 2005 federal gun case, and the streets are starting to wonder, has he been double-crossing this whole time? Picture this, the man who's always barking about rats might have just flashed a badge himself. Even if it was just for a second, that second could have been the moment everything fell apart. But hold up, that's not even the wildest part. The streets are whispering that 21 Savage himself might have been the one who leaked that tape. Not just shared it, leaked it. Folks saying he's been holding on to that recording, just waiting for the right moment to strike. And honestly, can you blame him? Wack's been dragging 21's name for years, calling him a snitch, accusing him of cutting deals with ICE to stay in the US, even trying to link him to the whole YSL situation. And 21, he mostly stayed quiet, threw a couple lines back, then kept it cool. But if he really dropped that wiretap, that's not drama, that's a move. Straight chest, no talking, just letting the tape speak for itself. After all those clubhouse sneak disses from Wack, it's like 21 finally snapped without saying a word. Now when you start piecing this all together, it kind of looks like Wack's been screaming snitch just to keep eyes off his own back. And this ain't even new. People been hinting at this for a while. A few months ago, reports said Big U got hit with RICO charges. But before he turned himself in, he hopped on video and called Wack 100 out. Said he was working with the feds. That's a bold accusation. and now things are looking real suspicious. Here's where things started getting real shady. Before the RICO charges hit the news, before the arrest, before a single paper dropped, Wack already knew what was coming. He called up Big U's wife and sent a message like, 911, he gotta leave now. Wait, what? That was before Big U even got touched by the feds. Wack's out here sounding alarms like a first responder, but instead of helping, it felt like he was setting the stage. It don't sound like a warning, it smells like a setup, like Wack knew the raid was about to hit and made sure to look like the hero after tipping them off. Get this, after Big U got booked, Wack hit the net acting wild, talking reckless, trying to flip the script and paint Big U as the snitch. Said he had a BlackBerry he was using to talk to the feds, but that move just made people more suspicious. Like, why is he always the first to know what's coming? How you always in the middle of the drama, but never the one getting caught up? That call to Big U's wife felt more like a man playing both sides, warning the very person he might have helped get lined up, standing close to the fire, but somehow never getting burned. That's when folks started seeing Wack in a whole different light, not as some street gatekeeper, but maybe someone hiding behind the Watchdog Act. And all this mess, it goes way back to 2005, when Wack and his brother got pulled over in Texas. Nothing too crazy at first, just speeding. Cops ask the usual questions. Wack says they're headed to a funeral in Oklahoma. But when they refuse a car search, the cops bring in a K-9. That's when things popped off. The dog sniffed out a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol, all loaded. Now here's the part nobody can just brush off. Wack and his brother were already convicted felons. So getting caught with loaded guns, that's automatic federal time. Ain't no walking away from that kind of heat. Cases like that shut down rap careers before they even take off. But somehow, Wack made bail and cruised back to LA like it was nothing. Then, silence. 2 whole years go by. No court dates, no trial, no noise. And out of nowhere, the whole case gets dismissed.
So that's sound like somebody working. Sound like a workaholic to me. Sound like you like to work, buddy. You like to work, Wack.
But not because of missing evidence or a legal slip-up. Nope. The court stamped it as dropped in the interest of justice. Hold up. What? If you've ever seen how the system handles felons with guns, you know that phrase, don't just fall from the sky. That's not mercy. That's a trade. Somebody gave something up. Wack later tried to rewrite history, claimed the search was illegal, said that's why the case got tossed. But that was a cover-up. The records were public, and not once did the court mention any illegal search. Just a clean-cut dismissal. No explanation, no mess. And the timing, that's what really
What's up,
chills through this story.
What's up, babe? I mean, that motherfucker
Living with
chilling.
opioid addiction can be a struggle. Supplicate with
Chilling in
counselors
there.
for adults with moderate to severe opioid addiction who have
Through this story. Because just a couple years later, Suge Knight, Wack's old boss from the death row days, started major heat from the feds. According to the reporter, Suge got hit with a gang injunction. His whole circle got torn apart.
What you doing?
Wire raids and names flying through paperwork. But Wack, somehow untouched. No charges, no press. Just smooth sailing like he was never even in the room. His name never showed up, not one time. Then came that wild kidnapping case tied to Shaq, the one where the Main Street Crips got caught up. Inside the transcripts, there's this dude named Back making calls, leaving messages, and guess what people been whispering for years? That Back was really Wack 100.
And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be simping around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what they saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this.
Now jump to present day, Wack's all over the internet pointing fingers at everybody. Gunna, BG, Brick Baby, 21, even J Diggs, acting like he's the street's moral compass or something. But let's keep it real. That 2005 federal case, it just doesn't match the image he's out here selling. You don't beat a Fed gun charge as a felon. with 3 illegal firearms
Yo, what's
in your
up?
trunk. Unless you're either the luckiest man on earth or you gave something up.
How you
And now
doing?
that new video popped up, the one where a police ID flashes for a split second, think right back. Not just the action, not just the drama, but that lingering question from nearly 20 years ago. What did Wack trade to walk away that clean? Because let's be honest.
Congratulations, you played with yourself.
Wack's whole brand been built around one word, snitch. That's his go-to insult. Anytime a rapper gets arrested or signs a plea, Wack's the first one on Clubhouse yelling they folded. He did it to Gunna, said he had a 2-hour interrogation tape and threatened to leak it if Gunna didn't come clean. But the tape never dropped, just more loud talk. And
He got a lot of tapes, like, yeah, supposedly had a tape with Nipsey Hussle. Bro, I don't want to see nothing like that. Whatever he described on that tape, but it's a lie, bro. He's a liar, bro. Also with this thing with this right here, like, he had a tape of Gunna telling. Why they ain't never come out? All the other tapes came, all the Woody tapes came out. So why nobody couldn't have went and just like how they got Woody tapes and put them out before the YSL case was finished? Why didn't the same thing happen with that?
he came for BG too, a man who already did.
That would have been a better tape to watch anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I need to start doing reactions to Crime Circus TV because he got something like Queso. Queso had an interesting one. Like, Queso was so annoyed in that interview, bro. Like, he just knew his life was over, bro. I don't know if y'all know Queso from Jacksonville.
But a decade inside, claimed BG cooperated.
His dad allegedly told on him. All this alleged because they not even in there. They haven't even started this man case and all that yet, so we don't know exactly. But we do know his daddy. We've seen him on tape telling. So,
but no paperwork ever showed up. Even BG's old cellmate went public saying BG stood solid and never folded. But did Wack care? Not even a little. He just kept talking, loud as ever, like facts didn't matter. He just kept running his mouth. No receipts, no proof. And yeah, on the surface, it looks convincing. Folks who don't dig too deep might think Wack's got some kind of moral code. But the ones who really been watching, they're seeing the pattern now. Wack gets the loudest when he's on. Every single time something shady's circling back, he flips the script and starts pointing fingers. And here's the thing, Wack records everybody. Like, for real, that ain't how you do it. You don't hit record on every tango and every chance to use it or pass it off. People are starting to catch on, especially after noticing that some of the rappers he pulled onto Clubhouse ended up catching cases. Loose Cannon went on there, talked a little too much, and boom, got damned up later. Now people are wondering,
Loose Cannon
is Wack
fault,
setting these
you can't blame
beats
that
up to
on
run
Wack.
their
You
mouth,
gotta blame that on Loose Cannon.
making sure the clips went viral so prosecutors
He said
could
that
in
shit.
after? The whole thing's starting to feel orchestrated.
I mean, I understand what he's saying. I mean, what he's saying is true. You brought him on there, but it's like you brought him on there, but see, the thing is, I think that interview was live. So when he said that, I don't even think he knew that Loose Cannon was even gonna say those words. So by him thinking that Loose Cannon wouldn't have said those words, it's like shit.
He provokes people.
You can't stop somebody mid-interview like, hey, bro, you can't say that.
Show up whenever they help him. Not everything is hard proof, sure, but that pattern is hard to ignore now. At some point, you gotta step back and ask,
with background play on the YouTube Music app, you can play official tracks and live recordings in the background.
What's really going on here? That leaked badge video might have been the spark, but it didn't come out of nowhere. This fire been building for years. starting from that 2005 case that disappeared like it never existed. Then him knowing about the RICO charges before they even hit. Add in the wiretap talk, the flashing badge, the recordings. It's looking less like coincidence and more like a setup with every move. And now, it's all boiling over. Wack's been riding the wave like he's untouchable. But the streets are connecting dots, and it's not looking good. That wiretap didn't just expose one moment. It peeled back a whole blueprint. People are saying this ain't just about clout or beef. It's about control. Wack's been building this messy empire off secrets, manipulation, and fear. Think about it. Why would a man with that much dirt on everyone always have a mic on, always leaking just enough to shake things?
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Today, taking a closer look at the character
of
CS2 Back, and we're going to take a trip down memory lane to do so. We'll revisit a few classic Clubhouse recordings.
A few classic.
But this time, I'll be adding a little commentary to put some paint where it ain't. We've studied Porky and his ways, the same way the oppressor has studied us as a people. Because of that...
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Porky is working with someone, like he does with SBGB-TV, versus when he's working against someone, like he does with us. We're going to start at the very beginning, before Porky launched his slander campaign against Deuce. Back when Porky was still trying to recruit Deuce to his side, offering him the world on a silver platter. This is Porky doing his best impression of Alonzo from Training Day. I'm convinced this is exactly why Greg Kading changed his name to Alonzo Zoe Scott in the movie. What you're about to hear will show you exactly how Porky acts when he's attempting to befriend you.
Right? I FaceTime him. I said, it's daytime you at, right? Corey, watch this. I'm 12 hours ahead. It was nighttime on that one. You see the language on that wall? That's German. I'm not even in the United States to know what the fuck is going on now. You would like me to reach out to my brother to see what's going on as a homie. I do that. Right? So what I'm saying, over time, with me and this back and forth, arguing back and forth, I've grown to know him and respect his character as a man first and foremost. He just happened to be a homie, just like Rob. Rob a Chris. I just like his character. So I fuck with him.
What's up,
Rob
bro?
know he come
Yeah.
when he go to sleep at my spot. That's gonna happen because that's just me, because I'm not a, bro, I'm like, I tell all my youth, bro, I don't want no other gang banging. Go to the military, go to the police academy, go to the military, go to the police academy, go to the military, go to the police academy.
These are the talking points Porky uses when he's trying to pull you into his way of thinking. Forget telling the kids to be doctors or lawyers. For some reason, Porky's dream is to see them join the police academy.
Tell me kids 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old who don't have a felony.
Right.
Stay in the hood. Push the hood. Do the things the hood doing. But the minute somebody like me tell them, go to the police academy, you tell them they a snitch. You tell them they ain't no
That
good.
nigga sound like he working with the...
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
That nigga sound like he working.
They ain't come back. The minute I tell them, go to the military.
Criminal justice.
Right? Oh, you's a buster. You ain't this. You ain't about that life. See, if we get enough of our people,
right,
going to the police academy or going to the military, coming back out of the military and maybe entering law enforcement, if you're not in the game, you're 18, 21, you ain't got no felonies, I advise you, so we can have our people outside, go to the military or go and listen to the police academy.
This is the gospel Porky preaches when he's interviewing potential recruits for WAC 100 Enterprises. And sure enough, those who sign up soon start echoing the exact same sentiments.
A military background or a law enforcement background, going into different careers, okay? So, I recommend this. If you have any questions, I'll be pleased to try to help you or point you in the right direction if you want to be in law enforcement.
Go do what it is that you need to do for you and yours, man, because that's the only way we gonna get ahead. We ain't got ahead doing it the street way. All we got is a bunch of stories of who our uncles used to be, how much dope they used to sell, and how much time they got right now, or how long they've been in the grave today.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate
Fucking example. Look, bro, step that aside from that. Don't mix that with that, and go handle your business as a man. Yeah. Oh my God! We all get a gang name all our life, but when the fuck you gonna give that birth name a shot? See that gang name, what? I gave that name years. When I started giving Cash Jones a shot at moving, how he supposed to move the man, I started with it, bro.
Hey, what? Damn. Eminem for Brim, right? But when I introduce myself, what does my PTR say? Levante, right? Because that's where I'm at. Like, I understand everything you did. I understand your genius, your marketing, so ingenious. I understand everything, your business. But at some point, and I understand everything with the game, it's fucked up. We know this what we signed up for, right? And you're right, at some point as a man, you gotta stand on your own. You don't compromise your integrity. But see, this is what I'm saying, right? Hey, bro, listen to Lamont. This real shit. My first $1 million, right? I swear to God, my first $1 million, like, I spent fighting cases, burying niggas, you know, making our street investments, taking wins and losses. Real shit, right? My first $1 million in my life. My first $1 million I received in the wire came from a gay Jewish guy.
Have you noticed how cordial Porky is with Deuce during this conversation? Pay close attention to that. It shows exactly how Porky operates when he's working with someone or trying to bring them into his circle.
So was I supposed to
Damn, son.
I can't see that wire and do that business. Fuck that. Well, I'm trying to, because our rules say we ain't supposed to deal with homosexuals, right? We're not supposed to we're not supposed to, bro, listen, I'm telling you this, and I want you to hear it.
Bro, this nigga is crazy, bro. Like, this nigga is a joke, my nigga. Like, it's almost like, you know, I don't know, bro. Let me just.
Shit. And I hope one day you won't hear my voice ringing out of your mind when you're in a bad situation. Mine say, look, bro.
Here comes Alonzo, y'all.
You sound like you're very intelligent. You a stand-up and you got what it takes to move the way you want to move. Everybody can't do that. Some just take orders and get told what to do, and that's just their destiny. Yeah. Some just the wolf. To protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You understand? You're a wolf.
That nigga thought he was training there.
Rent just about any car, just about anywhere.
And if you watch all these gangster movies that we fucking praise, and if you watch all these gangster movies that we fucking praise.
Porky just said if you look at all the old gangster movies that we praise. Tell me what you guys think Porky is gonna say next about these gangster movies.
This shit funny, bro.
What point about these movies is he gonna point out? Remember, this is him trying to recruit an indie. Listen to what Porky said. And then ask yourself, what is Porky really trying to say?
Every last one of these motherfuckers made up their own rules when they wanted to. They sick the police on their enemies. They sick the police on their enemies. They sick the police on their enemies. This is crazy. I was like, what is it? Yo, we go, our police on
you a goddamn
over to the rest. They running this shit over here. Every last one of these movies, these gangster movies, did it how they wanted to do it when they wanted to do it. Why? Because they was the power to be.
So what Porky gathered from the old mobster movies is that they sent the police at their enemies. What in the hell did that have to do with the conversation? He started off by telling Deuce he was a wolf, and that he could move the way he wanted to move. Then he went into gangster movies and said they sent the cops at their enemies. This is how Porky grooms his 100 EBT members. This is how he prepares them to accept working with the feds and sending the police at his enemies.
All I gotta say is,
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Real shit, I don't know what you got going on in your life. Give that birth name a chance. That mind that was being molded in school, that motherfucker, let that right and wrong start guiding you, brother. And I guarantee you'll start winning. And if it's anything, right? Any bridge, a wall you run into that you think the Cash Jones, aka Wack, the Damu, that's associated with that same flag you got to help you with, then reach out to me. And I help I get over